Hello, it's Anatoly from Schemos here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to choose what needs to be automated in your business as a first priority. This process is called regression analysis, but don't worry, I will explain how it works. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not that complicated in reality, and we will go through it together. So let's assume you want to grow your business. You have to hire more and more resources in order to get business to where it needs to be. But there is also another way. Some things can be automated and you don't have to spend manual resources to actually do those processes. Machines can do them much more quicker and efficiently than humans can, right? So how do you decide what needs to go first or what needs to go second, and so on and so forth? So in order to do that, we will take an example of 5 tasks or 5 processes that are being done in your business, right? And we will calculate a couple things in order to understand what goes first. So let's start. Let's say we have task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, and task 5. So now what we need to understand is how much time each task takes to do manually per month, for example. So let's say you have a resource, one person who works on each of those tasks throughout the month, right? And you need to understand how much time they actually spending on each of it. So let's simulate this here. So time spent. And let's say this first one will be 50 hours, next one will be 20 hours, 100 hours, 50 as well. Last one is 7. Okay, so now when you know how much time each task takes person to do per month, you have a baseline from which you can calculate what needs to go first. Just look at it. Obviously that 100 hours, the one that needs to go first. But hold on, we are not done here, and there is one more variable that needs to be accounted for when you're working on this prioritization. So the second column here is how much time you actually need to spend to automate the task. In this column, we will have effort. And now let's say in order to do the first task automatically, automate that process, you need, let's say, 200 hours. So in order to do the next task, this 20 hours, you need to spend 500 hours. And I know this sounds kind of a lot, but in reality, that's around what it is, just because there are easy things to do, right? You can write a little script or buy a little tool and it will do it automatically. And there are complicated things that need to be done. For example, customer support. You can get an AI that will be doing half the work, right? But you have to train it. It has to be precise. It cannot do whatever it wants to do. It has to work for your business. So it might be that very low time to actually do it manually. It might be taking a lot of time to actually automate, right? So we need to take this into consideration. Our big one, 100, this one takes 1,000 hours, right, to do. So you need 10 months in order to the time that it takes to do it manually. Sounds a lot. And then we have this one, 50 hours, which takes 30 hours to do, right? And then we have a task for 7 hours, which takes, let's say, 100 hours to automate. Where we get to is we have 50 time spent per month, 200 hours efforts to automate, 20 hours, 500 hours to automate, and then 100 hours, 1,000 hours to automate, 50 hours, 30 hours to automate, and then 7 hours, 100 hours to automate. So what would you do next? Which task should go first on the priority? Usually the general rule is like this. You take the task that takes the most time to do manually and the least time to automate, and take it as a first priority to do. If we would be doing it, we would take the task that takes 50 hours to do and 30 hours to automate as a first priority, just because now you can spend 30 hours and then get 50 hours back. Very clear reward here. Okay, so the next one, we would go with this one, which is again 50 hours manually to do and 200 hours to automate, right? It looks a lot, but it's the next big win we can take from this process. And so this way you can continue by picking up the tasks that are the heaviest manually, but the lightest from automation point of view, and implement and automate all of them one by one, taking the quick wins all the way as you do it. The quicker you get the results, the easier it is for you, because already one thing you can scale easier because it's already automated. So that's how you do the regression analysis for your business automation, and I think it was useful for you. If it is, please like this video, and thank you for your time.